All right, Billionaire PA, you are a founder of a multifaceted corporation known as Wealthy Minds Incorporated, and that has been since 2008. Author of 83 books and counting. You stepped on stage back in 2015 on TEDx with Speak Your Dreams. To this day, has over 500,000 views already. A revolutionary change maker, rising up from nothing to fight for the little guy. How does that describe you?
Um, I'm thankful and grateful for everything that I've been blessed to accomplish and everything that I've been, you know, blessed to do. I'm a world changer, not an influencer. So I thank you for the platform and for the energy. Am I coming through clear? You can see me good.
Yes, you're coming
Okay,
in.
perfect. I wish I had one of those beautiful lights like yourself, so I could be crisp.
Here, do you want mine? I'll just send you all my stuff. You can
Man,
get
I appreciate it, bro. I travel so much, I wouldn't be able to carry it with me.
to get things started. Let's bring a little snapshot of you and what you've been through and how our audience can relate with you and where you are now.
I'm sorry. Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, yeah. Am I coming in okay?
Oh, you know what I thought you said? I honestly thought that you said that you're going to share something.
I gotcha.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I got you now.
I want to make sure I'm coming in clear. Um, if you could give our audience a little snapshot of people who don't know who you are, of where have you been and what you're currently doing and what your message is.
Well, my name is Billionaire PA. We can start there. I actually changed my name to Billionaire because my dream is to inspire 1 billion people to speak their dreams into existence. And the PA actually stands for production assistant. So production assistant, I used to be a production assistant, used to be an intern before I was a production assistant. And when I was in the entertainment industry, I saw how a lot of people with high titles and in positions to really help people, not all people, but a lot of people disrespected people that was on the bottom of the totem pole or people that they didn't see as worthy because they didn't have the title. And so I wrote a quote that says, a job title does not justify your success, so be careful how you treat people. Once I coined my name, I set out to inspire billions of people to speak their dreams into existence. I run a clothing line that started when I was sleeping in the back of my truck. I was homeless for 36 months and 36 and I slept in my truck 63 straight days. In 63 straight days, I wrote over 83 books encouraging people to speak and manifest their dreams into the universe. One of my most popular quote that most people know about is never spend your present time with a person that you don't have a future with. I have another quote. It's okay for your pockets to be broke. Just make sure your mind makes sense. I continued to write, so many quotes that I started producing books. I started writing music. I started coaching people, helping people develop a wealthy mindset. And, still to this day, I am not perfect, but I'm just striving to be a world changer, man. I use my story to just be impactful and help people. And that's my purpose is impact over income so that we can inspire people not to be perfect so they can be in a position to speak their dreams into existence. But I'm amazing today. How about you?
I'm fantastic. I like that impact over income. I want to come back to that.
Mhm.
80 books. For some people that hear that, that sounds like it's your way of coping through your past experiences. Would you agree?
I mean, shoot, bro. I can't speak for everybody, but anybody that write 80 some books probably and been through all types of depression. It's all kinds of things, bro. Some of the most genius people on earth, they go through the most. And You have to really think about it. Why would someone wake up to inspire people and children that don't even belong to them outside of their house? You know what I'm saying? And have a passion to actually do it. And so I've been through a lot, and I just turned my struggles into success. I turned my pain into my purpose, and I'm actually living my dreams. But I'm very transparent with my story. As you know, last time we talked, we did the 15-minute interview, and I just use my life and my story just to uplift and inspire people like yourself, man. Even just to speak their dreams into existence.
I really like that. You stated a lot on your channel through day-to-day conversations. You celebrate your birthday once a month. Can
Mhm.
you explain to our listeners why you do that and how they can incorporate that into their own self-care?
Well, I celebrate my birthday on the 19th of every month because I used to battle with depression. And I noticed that in the government, they have a holiday in every single month, teaching us to celebrate everything except for ourselves. And so I decided to create a holiday for myself. I decided to create something for me. Instead of having to wait a whole year to celebrate yourself, why not celebrate yourself every single month? So I'm the first human on earth that got 12 official legal birthdays every single month. I didn't ask for permission to do that. I just took it. And that's where a revolutionary person is. I don't ask for permission to be successful. I just give myself permission. I pull the God out of me, into existence. If a person can come up with a holiday such as Christmas and on a day that Jesus was not even born, and we are taught to celebrate that, how can I not celebrate myself on the actual day that I was born, which is the 19th of every single month? So on the 19th of every month, I'm popping water bottles. I'm popping black seed oil. I'm popping sea moss. I'm popping the dream buttons, getting people acclimated, man, to speak their dreams into existence. And so, from that, I also started to celebrate Mother's Day on the 10th of every month to honor my mother, to show her appreciation, to uplift her. And what that does is remind me every day to give thanks to the people while they are living, because we buy more flowers for dead people than we do for people that are living. My dream is to inspire people and give them their flowers while they're alive.
That's a really powerful message right there. That is powerful. For those that are looking for the best advice for our listeners, if they want to live like Billionaire PA, how would they start?
Well, I would first tell them, first and foremost, I wouldn't encourage anyone to live like myself. I would encourage them to find God, find the universe, find their purpose on why they was actually created. And I would ask them to, you cannot find yourself by going to MapQuest and putting in a destination and looking for yourself. But you can possibly find yourself by running a warm Epsom salt bath and putting on some meditation music and asking everybody in the house to leave and sitting your ass down in the Epsom salt bath and take a little time to yourself. And then when you get out, write down things that you love, write down things that are important to you, write down the things that what is your standard in life. You know what my standards are? My standards that I don't bounce back from is I don't want to talk to nobody who sleeps with little children. I don't deal with people who are abusive to women. I don't deal with people who are raping women. And why is this important? Because most people, they don't have no standards, so these are the standard things that you cannot do and then apologize and I'm going to forgive you for it. I think you're going to have to take that one up with God. So I set my standards, and then everything outside of that, I allow you as a human to be a human. So meaning, if you step on my shoes, I'm not going to get mad at you and beat you up for it. Hey, man, you might have made a mistake. If you cheat on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, oh my God, you did me wrong. You know what? You are a human being. You know what? And the first question that I ask is, did this person intentionally do this to harm me? Did this person intentionally do this to hurt me? And if I can answer that yes, I now have an option to pack up my stuff and leave. But see, I'm an open-minded individual, and I don't put energy into things that I cannot control. And a lot of us, we put too much energy into things that we cannot control. Me, I'm learning to just mature up and just remove anything that I cannot control. I'm forgiving people, and it's removing stress off of my life. It's removing the back pain off of me, and it's allowing me to celebrate my birthday on the 19th of every single month. Celebrate my mother on the 10th. Happy Mother's Day on the 10th of every month to every mother that's in here and every mother that's listening. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your existence. you know. And we don't, and that's just me, you know. I don't push my beliefs on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I choose to live my life the way that I want to live it, and you know what? It works for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fault people for making mistakes or doing whatever it is that they want to do. You have people who get married and they think that they own the person. You don't own a person because you marry him.
No.
You have self-entitlement issues if you think that because you married that person, you own them. That's not the way marriage works. I've never been married, but that's just the way that mama, I don't own anybody on this earth. So if I allow you to be the human that God created you to be, and once you show me who you are, that I'm thankful that you showed me. It gives me an option to leave or stay. That's what I like.
I appreciate you for sharing that. That was a glimpse into your heart there on things that have happened in your past. I know that can be very difficult for people that are looking to connect with positive new people in their life.
Mm-hmm.
How would you, what would you suggest those who are trying to break away from that toxic environment? What kind of ways would you, what kind of steps or a piece of advice you would give those people who are trying to get away from the toxic environment and move forward into a new life?
I would encourage a person who's in a toxic environment to go 7 days without eating meat. I would encourage a person that is in a toxic environment to only put um, electrolytes in their body so that they can have a clear mindset, so that they no longer make emotional decisions. You see, I wrote a quote, brother, that says, "Never spend your present time with a person that you don't have a future with." Is that person internal you or external you that we're talking about? Do they live inside of you or are they on the outside?
I would think they live in the inside because it's how we perceive them being either a good person or a bad person.
But the reality of it is the person is on the outside of you. If I say, show me your best friend, and you show me your best friend, let's say I was your best friend. Well, I'm a physical being, so I'm not inside of you, I'm on the outside of you. So that person is external you.
Okay.
So if I say, show me your 5 best friends, and you show me 5 people, those people are external. They're not inside of you. They're physically external outside of you, physically.
But don't then we take parts of them and we incorporate it into our lives because
No,
those.
no, I'm talking about the actual physical being,
Okay.
the person. Like if I said, is this wallet inside of you?
Mm-hmm.
This wallet isn't inside of you. This wallet is out external you, the physical wallet. Come on now. You know, that's why I say sometimes, is this bottle inside or external you? No, this bottle isn't inside of me. This bottle is external me. My point of saying that is this, right? But and I get your point too, of what you're saying about the emotions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about the physical being. And the reason why I'm making this point is because if you agree with the quote, never spend your present time with a person that you don't have a future with, right? That person is external you. So now my question is, how can something external you have more of an effect on you than what you put inside of your body? So when you ask me the question, what can a person do to get out of a toxic environment? You got to start eating healthy so that you can have clear thoughts, so that you can come up with a good exit strategy and a good exit plan and don't go off of emotions. That's what I'm getting at. You have the power to get out of your toxic environment, but I need you not to make an emotional decision. I need you to make a conscious decision. I need you to make a mature decision. I don't need you to exit the toxic environment snapping, going off, flipping the person off, talking bad about the person. You got to be mature about it, man. You got to do things that, you know what I'm saying, the right way. Like, you know, I'm a very vulnerable person and I express my truth to a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people are used to getting lied to. People get lied to so much that they think they value a lot more than they value the truth. Anytime you see it all the time that a lot of bad things happen to a lot of good people.
Yes.
A lot of bad things happen to good people.
I definitely agree. I'm one
People
of.
don't appreciate good people until they're not around no more. If you think I'm playing, people are so attracted to negative energy. Go through your phone and text 100 people right now and call them a bitch and see how fast they respond to you. But could send them a text message and say, "Oh my God, I love you to life." They might text you back and say, "What's wrong?" I'm attempting to show you how psychologically the brain is. Society has taught people to appreciate negative stuff more than good stuff.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm not the government. I'm telling you, if you think I'm playing, try it out. Text someone right now and call them out their name and see how fast they respond and call you.
I believe you on that. And I feel like it's the way we're bringing our kids up to this day. We're not instilling character and discipline. It's more of a leniency. There's no accountability in our actions. There's no individuality in each person. And I really feel like it's because of our parents who lack the ability to show and appreciate real love onto their children.
Mm. So was you asking me a question?
Now it's just sharing some advice and my understanding and seeing if anything resonated from your experience and what you feel about that
Feel about what?
with our parents not applying actual raw emotion, giving us structure, lacking the ability to guide us. And we end up falling on our own path, not knowing where to go, what to do. And we go through life through trial and error, trial and error. I mean, we rise up, we become very successful for the people who have suffered the most because we were forced to grow up very quickly. Others play being the victim. They don't choose to learn from it rather than to blame others. They don't even think that there's a possibility that they might be the problem. Is that relevant today?
I cannot speak for other people. I can only speak from my own experiences in my family. I never been the person to act like I had all the answers because I don't. I can only tell people based off of the experiences that I've went through in my life. And the experiences that I went through in my life is I used to hate myself. And I attempted suicide a couple times. I've been through a lot, but a lot of times people just only focus on the problems. They never focus on the solutions. They never want to focus on the solution. They always talk about my daddy wasn't in my life. My mama died or something. It's always something negative. Well, the same energy that it takes to put into that negative thought is the same energy that you can put into manifesting a better life, manifesting the husband or the wife that you want. And that's what I do. I don't have time to entertain negativity as much as I want to entertain positive energy. My future is bright. I don't ride by a car and say, I can't afford it. I ride by a car and say, how can I afford it? I don't go to the bank and say, I'm broke. I say, it's not within my budget. My mindset is just different, bro. And I no longer expect anyone to comprehend nor understand me because I'm not programmed. People say hi, people say bye. I don't say that. I say, I appreciate your existence. I love you to life. Now, people would tell me that I'm programmed when I am the original creator of that. I'm the only one running around saying, I appreciate your existence, but billions of people are saying hi, which means nothing. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean anything to me that you tell me hi. What means something to me is if you told me, I appreciate your existence. That makes me smile on the inside. It makes me feel good. If you think I'm playing, walk by somebody and say, hi, how you doing? And be like, my mom died. They was like, oh man, that's good. You know why they're saying that? Because they didn't listen to what you said.
Exactly.
They're just responding. They're just thinking that you're just gonna say, oh, I'm good. Just say it and see. Some people just gonna walk right by you and say, oh man, good job. Have a great day. Mm-hmm. But when you interview me, and you talk to me, I don't just respond. I listen to every question that you ask me and I think about it, because you don't have to speak to be heard. So I want to make sure that I give a very authentic answer because I understand that people are listening to me. I'm on Instagram Live right now, and people are holding, and somebody right now is struggling. Somebody right now do not have enough money in their bank accounts to even eat. Somebody right now is going through an abusive situation. Somebody don't have gas in their pocket. So, I have a social responsibility to make sure that when I speak, I don't run away from the negative things that I go through.
Mhm.
I'm not going to act like the negativity don't exist because that would be stupid. But I'm going to show people how to put their energy into something positive. Stop blaming everyone else about your problems and start looking at yourself and get yourself up out that situation. Speak your dreams into existence. Don't give up on yourself. Start telling yourself amazing things. Go get an Epsom salt bath today. If you're going to take an Epsom salt bath today, or if you are going to do one of these things that I'm going to say, I want the people to comment and I want the people to say self-love. Get yourself a massage within the next 19 hours. Get yourself an Epsom salt bath. Take some black seed oil. Don't go 19 hours with no alcohol. 19 hours with no meat. 1 day of no meat. If you're going to self-love on yourself, say self-love in the comment if you're going to do at least one of the things. And then to the people that's listening to the podcast, go get you a manicure, go get you a pedicure, go get your hair did, go get you a facial. Now do this every month on the day that you was actually born. And welcome, that's your birthday. If you're gonna do any of this, say self-love in the comments. See, bro, that's revolutionary when you can get people to do for self. Because now you can teach them how to help others. I'm a world changer, bro. I'm not just a talker. I give you 19 hours, pick one and do it. So you're a world changer when you can come into other people's world and dictate and change their lives for the better, not for the good, not for the bad, for the better and the good.
I want to caveat on something really quickly. I get with when you said you go to the bank, it's not within your budget. You say these certain statements to refine your mental processes, to not limit yourself, but almost provide an outlet to where you can keep going. If you say you can't afford it, I mean, that draws a line in your brain to where you can't go forward. But when you say it's not within your budget, it gives you an outside perspective, a third door analogy to where work around you can work around the problem and find a solution rather than stopping dead in its tracks.
That's my bad. My phone ringing. I'm moving to Atlanta, so a lot of people are calling me from Atlanta.
No worries.
I'm in Miami right now, though. But go ahead with your question.
Sure. How did you increase your market reach from starting off to nothing to making 80,000 plus followers on Instagram? What was your application, your approach, your technique
What was my approach to what?
to increasing your market reach on Instagram? An example, you're past 80,000 followers.
I got 80,000 followers. Man, I got 80,000 leaders. Them people are leaders, man. Them people are bigger than me. They inspire me. I got 80,000 leaders. That's what I think about that. I got 80,000 amazing, beautiful leaders that are speaking their dreams into existence. I don't want to big myself up to make myself think that I'm bigger than them. So I'm careful with the words that I use. So I don't want to call them followers because then I think I'm oh my God, so many people following me. I don't really let that go to my head. I got 80,000 leaders.
Agreed. Understand.
They beautiful too. Beautiful people. I love all 80,000 of them.
What are 3 tips you have for becoming a successful world changer for all those leaders out there? What are 3 tips they can do other than the tips you already gave earlier?
I want to make sure I answer your last question. Somebody said he asking, how did you get your numbers up and expand your reach? But I did answer the question. Sometimes people just don't like the way that you go about answering questions, but I did answer that question.
You did.
But the way that I went about getting my reach was giving value. Wake up every single day and give a lot of value on social media. And just like right now, if the games, when you say what are 3 steps that help me to develop an actual wealthy minds, the 3 things that I would say is number one, um, learn to identify what your purpose is on this earth. Number 2, define what success is for you. A lot of people never define what success is to them. And number 3, actions over word. Make sure your make sure your feet is in alignment with your mouth.
Okay.
A lot of people talk about their dreams too much.
Can you go into the definement for number 2? Can you elaborate on that?
Elaborate on which one? What was number 2?
For defining
your purpose.
Correct. Thank you.
Well, to me, defining your purpose is to find something that you would absolutely do for free, and you don't actually need no money. And one thing that I love about what I do is I just love helping people. I actually hate money. I don't like money at all. I enjoy getting it because it's a hobby to me, but I've come to a conclusion that I'm never going to thank God for money. When I make $1 billion, I'm not going to thank God for that. I'm not going to thank the universe either. That's what I think about money. That's what I think about material things, because I know the universe and God didn't create me to worship money. And I know the universe and God did not create me to pursue money more than it did for. I know that the God that I believe in, the universe that created me, and I was created to appreciate your existence more than the value of $1. Will I go and become a billionaire? Will I go and I make money? Absolutely. Absolutely, for fun. I understand the spiritual side and my physical side.
I like that. That's very powerful.
Again, I will not thank God for money. It still can be a tool. I still won't thank him. I don't thank God for things. I'm not thanking God for something that, and I'm not responding. I'm reading the comments too, bro.
Okay. It's like, oh, what does he do? All right.
No. I'm reading the comments at the same time.
In our introduction, you've spoken about having a mentor. For those that are seeking a mentor out, what are some ways to reach a mentor for those that are seeking one?
The best thing on earth that ever happened to me was get a mentor. And I'm gonna say this right here, bro. I'm gonna say this right. I appreciate you for bringing me on your podcast, and I appreciate you for pursuing your dreams.
Thank you.
And I speak into existence that your podcast will blow up significantly. Because as many people that's on my live and as many people that's going to listen to this, they hadn't even started their dreams yet. They haven't even pursued their dreams. And I just want you to know that you don't have to be perfect to be successful. You know, when you define what success is to you, some people will love it and some people won't like it. Some people hate the fact that I don't care about money like that. Some people hate the fact that I will not thank God for money, because I don't want to lose focus on what my purpose is. And my purpose was to wake up every day and appreciate the existence of the human beings and teaching people and helping people to believe in themselves. And people was rich and wealthy long before money ever existed. So when man started to create things, people started taking their focus off of the purpose of why they were actually put here on this earth. And I'm going to use my platform to uplift and inspire billions of people to speak their dreams into existence. When people say money is a tool, shoot, my cell phone is a tool, but I don't worship it. This bottle here is a tool, but I don't worship it. I didn't go buy a bottle and say, hey man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Let me go thank God for this. We do a lot of time. When I had sex with 10 different women, I don't run and say, hey man, let me thank God for that. Shoot, I have a tool between my legs. That's not my purpose on life, which is what I'm getting at. I understand what my purpose here on life is. And what I'm saying is, I don't confuse the spiritual side of me with the physical side of me, because there's a war going on in a lot of people's head, bro. I'm just blunt enough to say it. It's a war going on between a lot of people's head. And it's easy for anybody on live and anybody that listens to this to pull me down. So I say all of that to say this. What you're doing on your podcast is amazing. And I don't ever want you to get deterred if anybody ever say something negative about what you're doing. Because the way people mindsets is set up is you can do 99 million things right, but people will only point out the one thing that they don't like about you, or the one thing that they don't like that you say. And that's the only thing. What about the millions of children that I've inspired to speak their dreams into existence? What about the dream walls that I've put up around the world and taking people to the dream walls to put their face up on there so they can have a place to go and speak their dreams into existence? What about the signs that I'm working to put up in the poor neighborhoods that's changing the signs and make them say, Speak Your Dreams Boulevard? What about the sign that I'm working on so when you're driving down the street, it says Healthy Avenue? Oh no, people don't want to talk about the positive things that you're doing. They only want to point out that one thing that ticked them off about you. And so I say that to say, keep pursuing your dream, man. Keep living your dream. If people not calling you crazy, your dreams ain't big enough.
Wow. I like that. If we can transition to a wrap up, I just have a couple more questions to cover.
Mm-hmm.
For our listeners, can you pass along some good advice to follow and some bad advice to avoid? What would you let them know?
The best advice that I could give to somebody where I'm at in my life right now is to make sure that you pay yourself first. On the 19th, not the 19th, that's my birthday. But one of the things that my grandmother taught me when I used to work this job was I was working and I was paying myself $5 a week. And I thought it wasn't nothing. But she ended up inspiring me to quit that job and create my own job, because I started to realize that I was on $5 a week was coming out to 5 times 4, $20 a month, or 25 max, with some week, 2 weeks out of a year. I think, out of 2 months out of a year have 5 weeks in it. And so I was paying myself $25 a month. And so she inspired me and told me, like, how much you pay your cell phone bill? And I was like, over $100. So she was like, dang, you pay your cell phone bill more than you pay yourself. And I started to put things in perspective. And so I started to understand the value of appreciating myself, and I started to pay myself first. Many people on this live will go pay their light bill, go pay their rent, go pay their cable bill, pay all this beautiful stuff before they will even pay themselves. And that is a broke mindset, because I'd be damned if I'm gonna go build somebody else's dream before I build myself. And I know people gonna say, but I got to pay my rent. And that's exactly why you are in the broke conditions that you are in. And the people who are getting money monthly, that's why they are wealthy. Because I'm not paying nobody's rent before I pay myself. I'm coming first. And that's a mindset to put yourself first, so that you can be in a position to give money, so that you can be in a position to give love, so that you can be in a position to help others. But you have to help self first. So on the 19th, so the best advice that I could give to anyone, business advice, is whatever day that you was born, come up with an amount that's important to you and pay yourself on that day every single month. Get 2 separate bank accounts and transfer from one account to the other account on that day every month, and tell yourself happy birthday. Because if the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you to physically, don't stop all the hashtag self-love and let me see self-love. Go get you a massage on the 19th of every month. Best advice I can give to you is celebrate your day, celebrate your birthday on the day that you were born every single month. And the worst advice that I can give to you, I think, what did you say? Because I want to make sure I say the wrong thing. I want to make sure I say the right thing.
Of course. The worst advice Bad advice to avoid from people that are around.
Bad advice to avoid. The advice that I would ask people to avoid is never go into business without a mentor. One of the best things that ever happened to me was my mentor by the name of Walter Hill. It's helped me out so much and tremendously because I didn't know much about business until I met him and my other friend up north named Maurice and Myra Scott. Excuse me. I got some of the best mentors on earth, man, that have truly helped me speak my dreams into existence. And I'm a world changer, but I got a lot on my plate. I'm out here coaching as many people as I possibly can, helping many people as I can, bro. You know how many people I talk to today, bro? I wish I would know my other phone. I'll show you. I got over 300 phone calls today.
Wow.
600 text messages today. It's just right now, it is 5:43. You know, I have to have two phones, one for work, one for personal, so that I can separate my mind, separate my life. But you know what I think about? Do I put too much on my plate? Sometimes I do. But you know what I be thinking about? I don't let it stress me though. I just sit and I think about when I was sleeping in my truck and I didn't have no food to eat. I remember going to the hospital and seeing my 7-year-old sister, you know, brain dead. And my grandmama walked around the corner, right, in the hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. And my grandmama's eyes was the size of some baseballs. And her exact words to me was, I had to take my baby off of that machine. I sent her on to heaven. I remember that day, bro. I remember when my mama got hit by a drunk driver and she disappeared for months and we didn't know where she was, and come to find out, she had screws in her leg like Superman had in his head. Doctor said she'll never walk again. Told the woman, close your eyes, use your mind. I taught the woman how to glide. I remember that day, bro. I remember when my mama called me and we was on the phone and she said, baby, the ambulance just rolled by my house. They going to pick up somebody. Something ain't right. You know, she just telling me about it. Hung up the phone. She said, should I call? Well, before she hung up, she said, you think I should follow the ambulance? I said, mama, stop being nosy. Hung up the phone. She calling me back an hour later. And she said, baby, you know, she said, baby, I got some bad news. Remember the ambulance that passed our house? Those were our children that died. My 8 and 5-year-old sisters and brothers, who are my first cousin, second cousins, they drowned each other by accident. So when I wake up every day, bro, I think about people who out there who really are great people and they just need some inspiration. You know what I'm saying? All I knew growing up was selling drugs. I ain't have no mentor. I ain't have no daddy. But now that I'm older, people are like, oh, you need to be a man. Well, I ain't never met no man until I was 30 something years old. I never had no man to show me how to be a man. So if nobody never taught you how to speak English, how would you speak English? You wouldn't. You don't speak English because you're American. You speak English because you was raised around people that speak English. So for me, if I want to become an author, then you have to put yourself around authors. If you want to become wealthy, you have to put yourself around wealth. If you want to change your environment, you have to take yourself out of that environment and hang around people who can help you. But so many people, ego keep them broke. And that's why I created the shirt. When I created Wealthy Minds, that was about the first two letters in wealth spelled we. So what I'm saying is we have to let go of our ego, create the we go. So wherever you go, they go, I go, we go, so we can speak our dreams into existence together as a team. So that's the mission that I'm on. Everybody ain't gonna agree with me. Some people gonna bring up my personal life. Some people gonna bring up my past. Some people gonna bring up things, all kinds of stuff, forgetting that I'm a whole human being. Just like you, everybody on earth has been through darkness. Everybody has failed down, but it's how you respond to adversity that makes you a world changer. It's how you respond to negativity that makes you a revolutionary leader. And the way that I'm responding to it is I'm going to help myself first before I focus on helping other people. Before I tell someone that they should be out here, owning land, I got to go get me some land. Before I tell somebody to go get their passport, I got to get my passport. Before I tell somebody that they got to have an S corp or LLC, I got to have one. Before I can teach someone how to make $1 billion, I got to make $1 billion. And so the thing that I would say is, don't take advice from nobody that ain't did what you attempting to do. And I don't care, people can say anybody can give you advice, but it don't mean you got to take it. I'm only taking advice from people that's done what I'm attempting to do. I don't take wealthy advice from broke people. I don't take that. Broke person can't tell me how to make $1 billion. I don't care what you say. If he never did it, he can't teach me that.
That is fucking spot on. Covers everything. And I can relate with that. Being a sergeant in the military, I would tell my soldiers things that I wouldn't tell them something to do something if I haven't done it first myself, to ensure their safety, ensure everything is covered, to know the mission's fully completed. Mm-hmm. So I completely understand that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm still here.
For our listeners on this podcast, they can get in touch with you through your social media handle using Billionaire PA. And for those that like to explore your creative insight, they can learn more about your work at billionairepa.com and Wealthy Minds Online.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else you would like to leave us with before I let you go?
Before I want everybody in the universe to tap in and get one of these dream buttons. I created these inspirational dream buttons. And on the 19th of every month, we celebrate the National Speak Your Dreams holiday, which is the day that we put these dream buttons on and we honor ourselves. We honor our dreams and we tap in 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a reminder not to let nobody lower your level of intelligence to meet their level of ignorance. It's a reminder that if you fell down, get back up and speak your dreams into existence. This is a reminder. And if you want one, comment dreams in the actual comment. Only got 19 left as of today. This is a reminder, like the black stands for build your dream on a solid foundation of trust, loyalty, and respect. The purple stands for never spend your present time with a person that you don't have a future with. And the gold stands for talk less, execute more, because too many people talk too much for their dreams. We got 3 people over here that said they wanted one already, playing no games.
I will link that into the show notes.
Oh yeah, we speaking it into existence, bro. Keep your eyes on us, bro. Notice I ain't say me. Keep your eyes on us. We're going to change the world. We're going to change the world, brother. Starting with your podcast.
I appreciate that. This podcast means everything to me. Just infecting one person a day, transforming their life, passing along the guidance of all my trials and errors onto them. Purpose.
Absolutely. So was that the last question?
That was the last question.
Oh man, I appreciate your energy and your time. I hope I gave you the energy that you was looking for, brother.
I am motivated. Yes, you definitely did.
The people on my Instagram live are asking, what is the name of your podcast?
My podcast is called Your Transformation Station.
Your Transformation Station?
Yes.
Everybody got that? What's your Instagram? Can you give them your Instagram? They want to tap in with you.
It's YTS the podcast.
YTS the podcast. Listen, share this with 10 people, man, on the live. Comment done when you actually done. Share this with 10 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be giving away $50 from this particular live. I just need you to share this with 10 people and comment done. If you do that, we giving away $50. I'm picking out one person.
Wow.
So they just, a few people just added you right now. So man, I appreciate, did you have anything else for me? Cause I got some people on the live. You can get on the live if you want to. You see I'm live while I'm talking to you, man. I be doing 2 things at once, bro. So I appreciate you. I love you to life. And shoot, did I mail you a gift of appreciation?
No, that won't be necessary. I do appreciate that. I actually going to do some work and send you something here in the next few days when I'm done with everything.
Okay. Okay. You got my info. You got my address and stuff.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. How'd you get the address?
Oh, not email address, physical address. I don't have a physical address. No.
Okay. Do you need the physical address or no?
No, I'm gonna send something. I'm gonna send a digital product that I create myself through
Oh, okay. Perfect.
the
Okay.
really. Yeah.
Okay, you threw me off. I was like, I know I ain't give you my address. So so you mean the email address, but it's all good. I got you, bro.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right, bro. Hey, I love you to life, bro. For real. If you ever need anything from me, feel free to reach out to me. If you just want to chop it up, give me a call, man. So we don't have to stop the relationship with just the interview on the podcast.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty. You take care.
All right. Love you to life.